Hi, welcome back to Break Free Basics, where we simplify self-directed investing. Today's topic is going to be one of the most important things that we ever talk about, and that is going to be prohibited transactions and disqualified persons. Why are these so important, you may be asking? Well, it's because one mix up with these and your entire plan could lose its tax advantages, and you could be dealing with some serious consequences with the IRS. So let's go ahead and dive into these topics. Let's start off with, what is a prohibited transaction? A prohibited transaction occurs when your retirement account provides a direct or indirect benefit to you or certain people close to you, which is called a disqualified person. A good rule of thumb is your self-directed IRA account exists to benefit your future retirement, not your current lifestyle. So if you're doing something and you feel like you're benefiting from it right now, that's a red flag. You should pause, take a look, talk to a tax advisor, and see that what you're trying to do is actually allowed before you undo it. So that's prohibited transaction. Let's go ahead and take a look at disqualified persons. A disqualified person is going to be you, your spouse, kids, grandkids, parents, grandparents, or any business that those people own. So that linear family structure, that kind of immediate family, those are going to be the disqualified persons. You cannot do anything in your plan that benefits them. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple examples. The most common one that we probably see is people wanting to use their vacation home Airbnb for themselves when they go on vacation. That's not allowed. You cannot use that Airbnb on any vacation, even if you're paying what you would typically charge somebody. That's going to be prohibited transaction. It's going to cost you. Another common one we see is going to be called sweat equity. That is where you yourself are putting in work and renovating a house that you may have, like a rental property. If you need to, paint a room, fix a toilet, anything like that, those services need to be hired out to somebody. You can't just go over there and do it, because your labor has value and you're benefiting directly from doing it yourself. The last example that we see quite a bit is lending money to a family member. Let's say your son needs to borrow $20,000. I'll just give him a loan from my IRA, maybe knock off a couple percentage points on the interest rate, do him a favor, and then, I also still make a little money. Nope, can't do it. Even if you were to give fair market price and rate on all of these transactions, that's never the issue. It's never going to be, I paid what I typically charge for my Airbnb, or I gave the rate that I would typically give anybody else. It's always going to be that relationship to the person that you're dealing with. So that's kind of the biggest misconception, is if it's market rate, it's fine. That's not the case. It's always take a look at, is this person a disqualified person? And if you're not sure, ask questions. That's kind of the biggest takeaway from this, is if you're not sure, ask questions before, because if you ask questions later, you could find out that what you did was prohibited transaction, and it's going to cause just an absolute nightmare. So that's kind of the basics of prohibited transactions, disqualified persons. If you do want to learn more about this topic, any other topic, keep joining these videos. We're going to have them each week going over different things. We also have a podcast on YouTube and Spotify called Break Free from Wall Street, where we talk to different industry professionals to really dive into how people are using these accounts and what they're investing in. We also have, Instagram, Facebook, where we post educational topics. And if you really want a deep dive, go to our website, IRA123.com. We have everything you could possibly want to learn on self-directed IRAs, solo 401ks. You can also book a call to talk to somebody here directly if you have any questions. So thank you for joining. I'm Travis with Safeguard Advisors, and this has been another episode of Break Free Basics.